Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm FPL Roo, and in this video, we're going to be looking back at my Matchday 5 team, the quarterfinals, and looking forward to the World Cup semi-finals. If you're new around here, please make sure you subscribe for more World Cup and FPL content. So, yeah, I absolutely gutted about the game last night. England getting knocked out by France. Yeah, disappointing as we were the better team, but I guess it's just one of them things, and hopefully we can pick up again and go for the Euros in Germany in 2024. So starting off in goal, we've got Diego Costa and Alisson. So no clean sheets for either of them. Alisson probably a little bit unlucky as Brazil conceded in extra time. But yeah, it's just one of them things with World Cup fantasy. The clean sheet doesn't fully bank, and it does extend to extra time. So probably the likelihood of a clean sheet is less because of that. So yeah, it's just one of them things. And in the defense, pretty bad. So as you can tell, my starting defenders of Hernandez, Maguire, both on -1, and Marquinhos on 0. And as you can tell from my bench, that was pretty good because Dumfries ended up -3 as conceded 2 goals, conceded a penalty and got a red card, even though that was literally during the penalty shootout, so it's after the game, but it still counts in FPL. And then Otamendi -1 as well. So yeah, absolutely terrible from the defense. So next we move on to the midfield, which is not too bad compared to the defense. We got Paqueta with 5 points, with an assist for Neymar's lovely goal in extra time in that game with Croatia versus Brazil. And he did end up getting a clean sheet as he came off before Croatia scored. So yeah, not too bad. Fernandes, disappointing. 2 points. I did expect Portugal to win that game. I thought it was going to be low scoring and pretty tight, but Fernandes is now out of the tournament. So yeah, just another transfer I'll need to make. Also in that game I had Ziyech, who is actually through, and I'm really, really happy I kept him. So I was thinking of doing kind of a last minute transfer to maybe Foden or to Bellingham, but in the end I just kept him, and it was the right thing to do. Next up, Enzo Fernandez, 2 points. Yeah, didn't really do much. And then Saka with an assist. Well, not an assist, but he won the penalty, key passes, and he got tackle points as well. Really disappointed with that because I thought he was getting the better of the French defense, but Southgate took him off around 80-minute mark. And I feel like the game could have been different if he did keep him on, as he was getting a lot of joy down that Theo Hernandez side. So a bit disappointed with that one from both England front and FPL or fantasy front. So up front, I did do the transfer of Mbappe to Neymar, and it did come out with a positive in the end. So Neymar did get a goal and 5 shots on targets, which was another 2 points, so 8 points in total. But obviously, as we know, Brazil are now out. So I'll be going back to Mbappe, as you'll see later on in this video. And my power captain did end up being Messi, who did get an assist, goal. He did end up getting a yellow card though, but he did get 2 shots on targets. And then Richarlison on my bench with 1. With the power captain, I'd say it worked. So the thing is, as I'm in Australia, it's hard for me to change captains between the 2 games on a day, as it's like 4 a.m. or something. So I would have probably gone Neymar captain and then still been asleep and then changed it to probably to Saka on the next day, or even Bruno. So yeah, it's just one of the things. If I was in the UK, then we probably wouldn't have been great, but because I was in Australia, it kind of let me have the chance of having Messi and Neymar as captains almost. But yeah, 42 points in the end, not great. Just looking forward to FPL, to be honest. As you can see, I've got loads of Brazil players, England players, Portugal players. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit of surgery in the in the next part of the video where I go through my match day 6 teams and the teams for the semi-finals. So next up, we'll look at my match day 6 semi-final team. So both my keepers were eliminated. So I've gone for Martinez, Argentina goalkeeper, who has Croatia. I do fancy Argentina to win that game slightly, but you never know with Croatia. They're so tough, and yeah, at this stage of the game, you kind of just got to pick 2 goalkeepers and hope for the best. The good thing about this fantasy game is the third place playoff counts. So unless obviously a team decides to play their sub goalkeeper or or something like that, or decides to rest loads of players, it's more likely that they're basically going to get another game. But I think with Croatia and Morocco, they'll probably treat that third place playoff a little bit more serious than France and Argentina. So that's why I've kind of, within this team, I've kind of loaded up on Croatia and Morocco, not just all France and Argentina. And that's why I've gone here for my sub goalkeeper to be Bono from Morocco, who's only conceded 1 goal this tournament. So yeah, so that's kind of the reason why. And I haven't gone for Lloris or haven't gone for the Croatia goalkeeper. So moving on to the defence, I've kept Theo Hernandez because I had too many other problems to deal with. I had about 5 Brazil, England. So yeah, so I've basically just kept the ones that are still playing. And I've gone for Sosa, Croatia, 3.5 million. I feel like he'll be a good player. Good player to have, as he is cheap, and I can just put him on my bench if Croatia do go out. And like I said, we've still got that third place playoff game, so they're all guaranteed to kind of play another game if they do get picked. Otamendi, again, I've kept him, who has Croatia. Again, that game, I do fancy Argentina, but it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be low scoring. But yeah, we'll see what happens. And then on the bench, we've gone for Varane. So it was one of my transfers in. I did want to double up on that France defence because I don't think Morocco have got loads of goals in them. But yeah, I've gone 2 Argentina, 2 France, Croatia, and 1 Morocco for kind of defence and yeah, for goalkeepers. But I've also gone for Hakimi. So yeah, 2 Morocco. Like I said, Morocco don't really concede. I'm just hoping for an attack and return, really. It's so tough with these semi-finals that you obviously have the favourites, but yeah, at the same time, Morocco and Croatia have done so great that you kind of want their players. And with that third place playoff, where they will play each other if they both lose or if one team loses, you've still got that game, so it's not as bad. So we're moving on to the midfield. I've gone for Perisic. I just feel like I wanted to get a couple of Croatian midfielders in there, and I've gone for Perisic and Modric. And with the budget how it is, I've literally got about 5.5 billion left in the bank. So money is no object. So I've gone for Modric and Perisic alongside Rabiot and Enzo Fernandez. So yeah, I tried to go for a French midfielder. Pretty lacking with options. Could have gone too many. But there's not really any other options in terms of midfield. Di Maria could have been one for Argentina, but yeah, he hasn't started the last 2 games, so I'm not too sure on that. I've also kept Ziyech, so glad I did keep him in, and yeah, hoping he can get a return against France. And then up front, I've gone for brought Mbappe back in for Neymar. Yeah, I feel like if anyone's going to do something, it's going to be him and Giroud, who I've brought in as well. And yeah, kept Messi and captained him for the first semi-final, and then probably move it to Mbappe for the second. So like I said, as the tournament comes to a close, there's not really that much to talk about, but this is what I've got, and most teams will be similar, but definitely let me know if I've missed out any players, because I do have a budget, so I can literally do any move. Or one that you can see, because I might not be able to see, because yeah, these are the only players I feel like are options. So yeah, please let me know below what you think. If you have any players in mind, yeah, just drop a comment. So if you're new around here, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, and everyone, please make sure you give this video a like. More FPL content. I'll be doing a game week 17 kind of wildcard preview this week. So yeah, keep an eye out for that and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I do that. And yeah, also let me know who you think is going to win the World Cup.